It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've got a really exciting beer to show you here today. This brewery are kicking it at the moment. S43 Brewery. This is their big juicy New England IPA coming in at 6.2% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Look how wonderful that beer looks. I think the last beer we had from S43 Brewery was the Snickers beer, which I think we said it in our review, it wasn't going to last long. The big guys at Mars come calling and ask them politely to take the beer off the shelf, so stop brewing it at least. What's the word for it? A cease and desist order. Do you know what? Do you know what I think with all these different matters? I think the world takes itself far too seriously. It really does. But I thought that beer was fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. I had a New Zealand Pale Ale from them as well, which is equally as good. But this has got a 2-finger white head. Hazy as you like looking beer. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. That looks absolutely phenomenal for a beer. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, it just... If you get a really good New England IPA, if you get it right up underneath your nose, like so, you'll get a slight tingle underneath your nose, and that's just the amount of hops in the beer. It kind of reacts and it just gives you a little tingling sensation, and that's just the pure amount of hops that have been added to the beer. Pineapple, mango, grapefruit, very citrusy kind of hop forward beer. Smells amazing. It was kindly sent to us by Top of the Hops. Thank you very much, Top of the Hops. Without further ado, let's get into this beer. Cheers. Oh, ho, ho. Gotta put that down. Stone the Crows! Stone the Crows! What a fantastic beer! Oh my goodness me! So good! So good! Oh, it's just... There's different levels of New England IPA. There really is. I mean, I just reviewed one now, very recently, and it was really good. It was a really good beer. But this is like another level. This is like standing on the shoulders of giants. You know, there's brewers who brew really good beer, and then there's brewers that just brew great beer. And I firmly believe S43 are one of them. They produce some terrific stuff. Never had a bad beer, and there's always such an excitement when they bring out a beer. This is phenomenal. A little bit of carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It is so juicy. It is so juicy. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. Oh, it's just so good. So good. Oh. I've always been a big fan of these hop forward beers ever since we started reviewing beer on the channel, and you know, we were sent a couple of really good beers by a company called My Brewery Tap back in the day, years and years ago. I'm talking like 10 years ago. And I was buying, because I was new to beer, I was buying kind of your supermarket shelf beers, and I was enjoying them. They were really good. And then somebody, well, yeah, my brewery tap sent me a Thornbridge, and they sent me a Brewdog, and they sent me some Sierra Nevada, and they sent me some 60-minute from Dogfish Head, some 90-minute from Dogfish Head, and it completely blew me away. And I always remember then, after that, very fondly, very fondly, always loving these kind of really hoppy, juicy, passion fruit, mango, grapefruit. Always loving this style of beer. Because there's no passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, flashy blood orange, you know, actual flavours, juices in the beer. It's all done with hops. It's all done with probably a selection of New Zealand, American, Australian. Incredible really that the hops can produce such a variety of flavour. Such a good beer. Such a good beer. And like a lot of breweries these days, they don't really talk too much about the beer. There's not a great deal to read on the side of the can. Just what's in our can. The hops are Azacca, Eldorado, Mosaic, Citra. The malt is extra pale, oats, wheat and dextrin. The yeast is London Ale 3. And the extras are, there's some lactose in there. That's interesting because I don't really get a sense of the lactose. I'm quite particular with lactose. I'm quite particular. But that seems to work in that one. That seems to work. It must be there's more oats than lactose. It was canned on March the 3rd. It's now something like April the 10th. So the beer's just over a month old. It's incredible. It's just incredible beer. Barley, wheat, oats and lactose. That's the ingredients. S43 Brewery. Whenever I see this stuff in the future. But thanks very much to Top of the Hops for kindly sending the beer. I'm a big fan of Top of the Hops. I'm a big fan of them, S43 Brewery. But if I'm ever in a bottle shop in the future and I see this brewery's beers, or if I'm ever in a bar and they got it on keg, I'll be all over it. All over it. This brewery is producing, for me, some of the best beer. Some of the best beer in the UK. S43 Brewery. I just had some terrific beers from them, including this. Let's rate it. Great lacing on the glass. Great head retention. Look, as I roll the beer around in the glass, you get that lovely kind of carbonation chasing the head up the glass. It's lovely and hazy. It's a, I think we talked about it earlier on, it's a hazy, orangey, lemony, yellowy coloured beer. Fantastic aroma. And a quite wonderful taste. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!